What's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? We'll just wait and see who all wants to jump on here. As usual. Good morning. This year of 2020 of the perpetual lockdowns and the mask tyrants, it's almost over, guys. Only a couple more days, but I want to be optimistic and I want to believe that Trump is somehow going to pull this out on January 6th. You know, who knows? I mean, I think it is a bit of a long shot, but you never know. I mean, that's it. After January 6th, there's not a whole lot. There aren't really any more options at that point. But, if that happens, we'll be in what Biden calls a dark winter. You know, for a president, he's not very optimistic when it comes to trying to, give people hope. You know, we went from hope and change, well, what we were told was hope and change under Obama, to Trump actually giving us some actual change, giving us some real reform in government and some, reduction in regulation and taxes and things like that. We had the strongest economy we've had probably in my lifetime. And I'm 35, so we've had one of the strongest economies I've ever seen under Trump until obviously the China virus, the Wu flu. Those are the names, that drives my wife crazy, but I'm so fed up with all the bullshit. I literally have no fucks left to give at this point. So I call it the Wu flu and I call it the China virus because that's what it is. It's enough with the COVID and the constant relentless, drilling down about COVID on the news every single fucking night, and I'm done. You're watching some of these videos now about how people are going into retail places, they're going out and about, and they're taking their fucking mask off. And honestly, this is fantastic because finally people are starting, we were told for so long that the Antifa people were all about the resistance and they were going to resist because, they want to fight back against the man. They want to fight back against authority and government. And the same people that were all about resisting and fighting back against government and, revolting and all that, or revolutions and all that kind of stuff. You go back to the 90s and you had the grunge rock movement, and they were all about, you can't do what you can't do, or what was it? I won't do what you tell me. I won't do what you tell me. I forget what band that was. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Rage Against the Machine. What am I thinking? You had Rage Against the Machine, who basically made a living off of creating music about being a rebel. And now those same people, Rage Against the Machine. You have those same fucking people now who are the sheep. They went from, damn the man and fight back against authority to becoming part of that wing of government that is authoritarian. They've now become the people out there, the masked Karens, who, you walk around in New Jersey here, where I work, in the town I work in, they actually have a mask mandate trying to get you to wear a fucking mask when you're outside. I'm done. I'm fucking done at this point. And I know you guys have seen those videos online where, like I said, where people, this one lady went into a CVS and she dropped some serious truth bombs on that, the TikTok nurse at CVS who was sitting there talking about how you need to put your mask on because you're going to kill everybody. That's not how it works. She talked about how they've proved that there's been scientific evidence to suggest that there's no such thing as asymptomatic spread. It simply doesn't exist. And if you're healthy, you're not going to pose a threat to other people. You're simply not going to pose a threat. So you wearing a mask, even if you're healthy, is actually hurting you. It's suffocating you. You're literally breathing back in some of the shit that you breathe out. And it's hindering a lot of to wear it constantly. And I get it. I know that, doctors and nurses wear them when they're doing surgeries and things. But when you're wearing it literally 16 hours a day or whatever it is, every single day of your waking being, it's not good for you. You cannot tell me that is somehow healthy. None of it makes sense. And like I said, people are done. People are fed up with being told to wear a mask, the lockdown, you can't go to restaurants. People are losing their livelihoods. Small businesses in New Jersey, there are dozens, if not hundreds of small businesses, especially restaurants. I'll have to check that video out. So many restaurants in New Jersey have literally gone under because of the dictatorial mandates of tyrant Phil Murphy. And they talk about how Trump was a tyrant and all this other bullshit about what Trump has been doing, but they have no problem falling in line with all of the orders and mandates and decrees put out by every single one of these asshole governors, like you have in New Jersey, in Michigan, in California, all across the country. All these governors are issuing all these mandates, a lot of them that are completely unconstitutional, and nobody has an issue with any of it, and nobody even thinks to question it. Nobody even fucking questions this shit. And if you question it, then you have people like Murphy who are sitting there saying, if you don't put your mask on when you go out everywhere in public, you're going to bring home the China virus and you're going to kill grandma and grandpa. It's bullshit. And there's no science. Murphy has put up no actual science. Yeah, Governor Newsom is just as clueless. There's no science. The left is all about science all the time. Well, give us scientific proof that wearing a mask is actually going to stop the China virus spread. Because if it was, if wearing a mask was really going to stop the China virus from spreading, why is it that this fucking China virus, or we're being told at least, it's spreading like crazy in the areas that have been locked down for the better part of 10 months? We're told that, we're being told right now that COVID is spreading like crazy in California. It's going off like crazy in California right now. But how is that possible if masks and lockdowns, if mask mandates and lockdowns work? How is COVID still spreading so crazy? How is that possible? Everyone in California right now, they're under a mandatory stay-at-home order. Which, first of all, I don't even know how that's even constitutional. Not quite sure how that's even constitutional. But that's neither here nor there, because the people in California, they see the fear-mongering on TV. They stay locked in their homes. They put on MSNBC. They think they're all going to die. And they all cower around in the corner in a fetal position, sucking their thumbs, worrying about even just stepping foot outside because they're afraid the China virus is going to get them. But again, how is it possible that COVID is spreading so rapidly in all of these areas where mask mandates and lockdowns have been in effect now for months and months? Because you simply would have to surmise that if no one wears masks, everyone says it's their rights. Yeah, and honestly, I wore the mask, for a while. I wore the mask, and I'll still wear it inside if people, I try to be respectful. If people are really worried and really concerned, I'll be respectful. And my wife is a school teacher, and like I've said, she's a little freaked out by all this stuff, and I get it, because the schools, they all have their heads up their asses in the schools with the way they're trying to handle this shit, so I get it. But at the same time, you got to look at this logically, people. You got to look at it logically. If all the bullshit that we're being fed and all the shit we're being told about masks and lockdowns, if it works, why is COVID still spreading? The schools are shut down. The kids are all home in a lot of these states. People aren't leaving their homes unless it's to go to the grocery store. People aren't even allowed to, we went through Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we were told that we can't even fucking see grandma and grandpa for Christmas because, we might kill them with COVID. But at the same time, we watch as the people that are telling us to stay home, like Newsom in California. You had this, I believe it was the governor of Denver, or not governor, the mayor of Denver. He was out on vacation somewhere, putting forth mandatory lockdowns and all kinds of restrictions. But this jerk-off was out there running around, hopping a flight to take vacation. I think it was in Hawaii or something. So how the fuck is this guy out there going to Hawaii taking vacation when he's telling everybody, all of his constituents in the place where he's the mayor of, that they can't even so much as, go down the street to have a Christmas celebration with their family? And this is why the people are fed up. This is why people don't give a shit anymore. This is why people are done. That's it. I've seen hashtag mask off challenge is starting to take hold. Trust me, mandated signs are up at stores. People ignore the signs. Good. We all need to start ignoring the signs with the mask shit, because there is nothing that they can do about it. Nothing. They can't. What are they going to call the police? Most of the police believe like we do, and they think they know it's all about bullshit. Most of the police are on our side. They know that everything that we're being fed by these fucking fake news media idiots on TV is total bullshit. And then you have the TikTok nurses dancing around in the hospitals. And I know I got a little bit of shit for this, I'll preface this by saying I have the utmost respect for all the first responders, all the nurses, all the frontline workers. I have the utmost respect for them. But again, this is not a dig at the nurses. It's simply a question as to how is it that if we're being told that the hospitals are overflowing with COVID patients and, they're busting at the seams and there's no more room and we have to shut down because the hospitals are so overwhelmed, how is it that these nurses are running around dancing and you got dozens of nurses getting together making TikTok videos? How is that possible? Again, something else that just simply doesn't make sense. We're being told that the hospitals are busting at the seams with COVID patients. Yet you got nurses getting together making TikTok videos in the hospitals that we're being told are busting at the seams with COVID patients, and you can even see behind them in some of these videos there are hardly any patients. I see what you're saying. If they're so busy, then why shouldn't it be their priority? Yeah, exactly. And I know that people, are going to take it the wrong way, and they're, you don't appreciate nurses, you just don't care about the nurses, and da-da-da-da-da. No, that is not the case. Just look at this stuff logically, people. It's just about putting a little logic into the equation and questioning things. Just open your eyes and start questioning what's really going on, because we're being played, and now we're being told that this second, more transmissible version of the China virus is here, although it's less severe. And you have Biden talking about a dark, cold winter. Guys, some people will never be happy either way it goes. I know you're really mad, not that serious. But, like I said, it's just about waking up. Don't be afraid to go out there and look at things on a deeper level. Don't be afraid to ask questions. They want you to be scared. They want you to sit in your house and be locked down. Yeah, politicians are making it a game. Absolutely. And it's all about, to me, they're leveraging this COVID virus as a means, simply as a means for more control. And it's conditioning people. It's conditioning people to just bow down to government. New, more lethal strains of COVID? Okay. It's all about conditioning people. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I appreciate all you guys tuning in right now, because there's a lot going on, and I just, want to inspire you guys to just start questioning things. Trying to get people to just wake up and make their own, formulate their own ideas, formulate their own opinions, and just don't be puppets of the mainstream media, the fake news media, and big government. And get out there and just question things. Speak out. We have these platforms. They haven't knocked all of us off of Twitter, and people are scared to sneeze in public. Yeah, that's so true. In the wintertime, my sinuses bother me all the time. So I'm clear my throat a lot, and I take some Claritin and things like that because the cold weather in New Jersey, it wreaks havoc on my sinuses. So now I'm afraid to go out into public and go and clear my nose or do anything because people might be, they might look at you like you got the fucking plague. So, yeah, people don't listen. That's a good thing. People, again, whatever happened to that whole damn the man and fight back against government mentality. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. And if you'd like, please feel free to share out my videos and give me a like and a follow here on Periscope and on Twitter. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great day.